Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Kyler Murray. Great week one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Kyler Murray going nuts early in the game right here. Corner at the bottom of the screen. Falls down. Yes, please. Mailbox. Be able to see it, throw it, get it up and down. That's how you start a game right there. Corner fall down. Got a lot of going on here. Not sure what would happen if the corner didn't fall down. Got some jet action. Probably check it down. But beautiful vision there. Certainly fortunate with the corner falling down. But again, if this corner doesn't fall down, who knows what route this is supposed to be. It looks like it's supposed to be some variation of like a post corner with how Hopkins comes out of it over his left shoulder. But if it's not there, where's it going? One person route? Just scheme-wise, fun stuff to pay attention to with what Cliff and company are got going on. But great vision right there. Again, his vision is pretty outstanding on the vast majority of these plays. Even if it's not there immediately, certainly got the capacity to create out of pocket, to say the least. How about that tight end over here? Pass pro, not passive. Boom, triple team on him. Great vision. Love just his release and kind of stroke as far as being able to get out of his hand quickly. Another great one right here, a little empty 3x2. Rip that hole shot. Again, feel like we saw more kind of cloud beaters this first weekend than I can remember. Maybe it's just every person I'm watching is doing it, but it sure feels like it's a lot more normal nowadays. It's not an easy throw. Get it up and down. He does it a handful of times. Young guys across the league feel like they're doing it every other series. So just up top, we're watching that corner. Corner's going to bite on the number 2. And there it is. Now, it's easy to see it. It's not easy to see it. Most people can see it. It's another thing to be able to come back here and rip that number 2, turn it down. He's turning that thing down. That's not a pump. So no, and then have the quick release, arm strength to be able to get that whole shot in there. Really impressive. Just love how quick it comes out, what they're asking him to do, be decisive. When he gets time back there, just little wobble makes it easier to catch. Lots to like. Touchdown right here, back line. There's a lot to love about this play. Again, be able to create out of structure. No one's around him. He's obviously one of the fastest dudes on the field. Love a high back 5 throw. That's tough duty to cover anybody that long running across the field. Right here sees a little color flash. I mean, you could make the argument, probably being too nitpicky, that he could step up in the pocket here, but he's so dynamic out of the pocket. If they're going to give you the edge, take it. You know, there's a few guys in the league that are like that, where I would say normally most humans would want to step up here in this pocket, but if you can get the edge and you're the fastest guy, get it, create. Love this. Thing to pay attention to. This is not wide receiver school, but I want to talk about this because this is an important, just overarching football thing to learn, especially if you play quarterback, wide receiver, you coach, teach this position, in my opinion. So when it's a scramble drill and you're running across the back line, so you're kind of coming across this like goal line. We talk a lot on this channel about throwing high back 5 to give only your guy a shot. But really the thing to pay attention to here that I love from Hopkins is you want to teach these guys, and it's even easier when you're on a pseudo soccer field. So you see the soccer lines in here. But if you're not, you want to run the top of the numbers or the logo. This is a really important detail here about playing quarterback, wide receiver on these scramble plays in the end zone. Why you want to do that? Because if you run the back line and they throw it high back 5, your momentum will take you out of the end zone. But if you're running the soccer line or the top of the logo, top of the letters, you're able to jump, catch it, and have enough room to get your feet down. So this is a great example of that. This is literally like a coaching clinic tape as far as being able to see this thing. So watch this thing go. Up, he jumps from the top of the letters. It pulls him back, and he gets both feet in. And so you can see that momentum of it. Let this thing play full speed here so you can really see it. But that doesn't happen by accident. You got to know where you're running. Love running the top of the letters back there, top of the logo. Just great design, great execution in the tight red area. This is just Kyler Murray, just creating Best wide receivers in the game doing it exactly right on the back line. Lots to love, but that's a great little tip, coaching point. Play quarterback, make sure your receivers, tight ends are running the back top of the letters, not the back line. Love it. Comes up every year, I feel like, in meaningful situations on just about every team I've ever been on. 3x2, empty again. You're going to come after him with 0. You better make sure you get home. Just too much space on Hopkins again. Got no chance here. Great vision. Almost looks like he's checking here, right, to these routes. Obviously, I don't know their offense, but sure looks like he's checking to those routes on both sides. They're bringing 6, playing 0, 5-person protection. Big duel from the right tackle, and that's just too much space. So great job being able to identify the pressure. Looks like he's changing out the routes with the kind of telephone drill with the wide receiver. See how they're changing out the signal, passing it out. Come back, get the ball out of your hands before you get hit. Free runner, you want running from the C gap. Lock down the A and the B gaps, the 2 inside gaps. The right tackle here has the most meaningful block. So the right guard going to the left. There it is. That right tackle's got the big duel, taking the most dangerous of the 2. He closes the door to the B gap, and then Hopkins just make that guy miss. Too much space. Lots to like. 3x1, another big one here. So again, I mean, he's just hole shot. This time, check this hole shot out. This is almost like a pseudo, like, find space, super air raidy version of it, as opposed to getting down the field, right? Normally, you'll see that guy keep running at the bottom of the screen. He feels that corner go in on the number 2. That corner's eyeballing the number 2. Little cloud pressure. Just a beautiful throw. Make it look easy. Nothing easy about that. Man, I forgot Green was even in Arizona. Again, he is reacting. Watch his arm. He's trying to throw the 2. No, react and fast enough to throw a laser after a turn down. Really hard to do. Like, it's hard enough to turn down that throw that's going to get that guy hit or smoked in the cloud by the number 2. But it's even harder to be able to rip it into a hole shot to the field. Whew. It's just playing at a really high level. Great vision, and then the capacity to be able to rip that thing consistently. That's not a one-off thing. I don't know if that's a catch or not. The guy down at the bottom says it's a catch. The guy back further down the sideline says no, but doesn't take anything away from the throw. And then this is the play I think everybody's probably seen by now. Just a crazy run around. Just the change of direction. I think the thing that I love the most, obviously, the speed, the athleticism, but the vision right here, the bounce back, to be able to create enough space, but then the vision to see it. So, yeah, it's impressive to change fields twice here. Escape to the right, breaks, escape to the left, breaks, but then this little bounce back with his eyes downfield, right? So, right here, where are you going to throw the ball? Nowhere for a first down. The bounce back creates the space. His guys can play with him. It's not even a great throw by any means. It's certainly good enough, though. This play call, 5-person protection, everybody run up, turn around at the sticks. So you can see the first down marker, top of the screen, 35-yard line. Everybody run up, find some space in the zone. Well, we're already out of the pocket before you even get to your depth. So now we got to create. Where are you going to go with the ball? Where's our first down? Just ridiculous athleticism, vision, be able to make a play like that. Just, I mean, can't quantify it. Awesome. Again, just paying attention to the pocket mechanics here. Now, it's tough. 5-person protection versus a 5-person pressure. With this type of stunt, you're going to get a free runner. It's going to be really hard to pick that up interior-wise. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you still got to tackle him, even if you get home. It's almost like, I'm not a defensive coordinator or defensive guy by any means, but it'd almost be better to, instead of going 5-person protection to go, or 5-person pressure to go 4-person and have like a slow spy so that you can kind of close the door on him being able to do stuff like this and not being accounted for with an offensive lineman in the true rush. So we'll see how teams continue to adapt to some of these crazy athletic dynamic quarterbacks that can do that. That's just a backbreaker. It just sucks the momentum out of everything. Again, empty. Beautiful throw on this crosser. This is good coverage. There's nothing This is good defense. This is just better offense. This is great offense beating good defense. 5-person protection to have this kind of time. Moving to his left. Again, just the subtle things, right? Pressure on his right, drift to his left, throw to his right. Look at the accuracy. You could not hand it to him in a better position. Shuffle left, throw right. So hard to do with a little touch on a crosser. Whew. Just a thing of beauty. Middle field closed. You're going to get crossers in the NFL. You're going to get outside leverage. So just concept-wise, as far as what we're talking about, everybody in the NFL versus middle field close now is running some variation of crossers. So whether it's play action, whatever it is, taking advantage of that space. When we are middle field closed like this, so safety back here in the middle of the field, and you are inside one of these inside defenders. Now there's fancy terms like dividers, whatever, beyond the scope of this video. But when you have a middle field player, you're almost always going to get outside leverage here by these inside guys. So they're outside leverage. They want you to run an in-breaking route. Why? Because there's a guy in the middle of the field. But you have to be able to cover him all the way across the field when you do that. So you're giving up the leverage to where we want to go, but you're counting on that middle field player to help you. And when he doesn't, you got a lot of space to run to. Just really nice, taking advantage of what the defense is doing, but you still have to be able to go out there, move around to your left and throw a dime to your right. I mean, and that's good coverage. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. If you are interested in even more quarterback school content, check out the Quarterback School Patreon community, long form videos over there, just like what it's like being in an NFL quarterback room. We are looking at usually entire games, breaking it all the way down, details, nuance, all that stuff. And then if you are looking for the absolute best of the best for the Quarterback School content, check out the courses. The link is in the description. I appreciate it. Let's keep this one going. Right here, touchdown run, great play fake. Not sure what 55's doing, falling asleep. That's not good defense though, to say the least. But again, love what the Cardinals are doing, taking advantage of his capacity to run the rock, especially in the tight red area. Not sure about calling my shot from the 10, but I like it. Pretty sweet. How about this formation too? We got some big cats in there. J.J. Watt sighting. Anytime you see 90s in there. Love it. Again, they're just going to continue to get more and more creative with what they're asking them to do in the run game, and it just creates extra gaps down here in the red area. Well, anywhere, but it's even harder to handle in the red area because you really got to sell out to stop the run. Right here, this is probably the only one he'd love to have back. A little mesh, gone crazy. This is that fine line between, he obviously makes a ridiculous amount of plays out of structure, or when the play breaks down, or he's got to escape. But you got to learn at some point, and this is a hard lesson for anybody to learn at anything, is that sometimes you just got to fight the next fight. There's nothing there. Don't force it. They got you. That's tight. I mean, look at everybody. Everybody's matched up, right? There's no easy throws anywhere. To instead of forcing it, to just throw it away. Especially in the league, you get outside the pocket, just throw it away. Tough. Leaves it a little underthrown. Probably the one disaster of a decision during this game. Again, watch the mesh, the deep hook. I've drawn it up too many times on this channel to draw it up right here. Mesh, deep hook with a little out to the field, wheel, nothing there. They got us, right? Good for them. They get paid too. It's third and shortish. Now maybe, maybe at this down and distance, third and shortish, you could think just escape and run. But I mean, this is what he does. This is that fine line where you almost don't even, if you're coaching quarterbacks there, you almost don't even want to say, hey, we just live with this sometimes. Once every couple games that happens, it happens. Everything else is awesome that comes off of it. But at the same time, just understand the down and distance. Maybe you take off and run there for a first down. Maybe. But it's just part of the deal. Learning what works, what doesn't work out of structure. But man, the vast majority of it is so fun to watch. Next one here, I'm not sure I've ever seen this before. Naked, cut off, spin back. The huevos to be able to do that, kind of look like a lateral too. To be able to turn in like that and not know what's the other way. I've never seen this before. I mean, I'm sure people have done it before, but I never seen it. To turn back away and still get up and get rid of the ball. I mean, I don't even think special describes it well enough. I've never seen it before. Usually you want to tell the quarterback, come off this fake and get depth. You got to have a plan for it. This is worst case scenario. Get depth, throw it to that sneak flat. But that guy's on you. Whoop. I mean, look at the separation. He's not even close. He doesn't get him in two-hand touch. There's yards of separation. Special. Now from the back end here, I'm going to go off the tracks a little bit. I've thought about this play for a long time. Was never good enough to do it, but I always wanted to do it. Where you would fake this from under center. So we're going to, it's this play. It's literally this play. So we're going to, you have to be under center really to do it. So we're going to reverse out. We're going to fake this. And we are going to, when we fake it, we're going to throw it behind our back to the sneak flat. So it's not really a fake. It's like a pseudo fake. You just put the ball out and then you throw it behind your back like a backwards pass in basketball, like on a fast break, to hit it this way. And you got to kind of like toss it with a little touch. I've never seen it done before. I've always wanted to do it. We don't go under center on the team I coach, but I think you could do it right here. Fake it, toss it to him. You're welcome. If you do it, I want to see the film. Please share it with me. One more time. So fake it, and then just toss it behind your back to the sneak flat coming across. You're welcome. Last couple here, 2 touchdown passes, a corner to the number 3. This thing's dropped out of a helicopter. Just an absolute thing of beauty. Really nice adjustment from the wide receiver too, but this is great touch. Again, really things to pay attention to. Look at 13 now on the right. Watch the leverage of 24. So he starts outside. Right there at the snap, he moves inside. Now he gives out leverage to the corner. Okay, we'll look at the wide about why they're doing that. You know, check the follow through out here. I mean, that is a dime thing of beauty dropped out of a helicopter. Now, this is what happens when you've got a dominant wide receiver. So you come out here, and this would be, in my opinion, middle field closed. So a guy in the middle of the field. But if they're looking to double or give help over here, he now takes himself out of that. He's going to help over here and double. So what does that do down here? That means normally this would be outside leverage, but because he knows he doesn't have help in the middle of the field, he now needs to take away the middle of the field. So he moves in to inside leverage, and that opens up this, and then we just got too much space. Nothing here. Lots of teams run this little 3x1, 2 ins and a corner, but very few teams have the ability to run it versus this type of coverage with a dominant 1 up there. Just look at all that space. I mean, look at the separation. That's wide open. Doesn't take anything away from the Russell Wilson kind of rainbow here. The footwork, he knows what he's doing the whole time. He's backing out of there. Just crazy athletic. The ability to generate enough force by how he's rotating on a back pedal. Again, look at the little detail there of that DB. You're not fooling anybody, bro. It's all off the middle field player. Pedal, put your foot in the ground. Look at all his cleats going in the ground. Right there, boom. Throw it to a spot. Let your guy go get it. That's some high-level stuff. Love to see it. Last one here, another dime to the number 2 down here to the bottom of the screen. Back shoulder on a little wheel. That's just an absolute great throw. Just an absolute strike, painting the black. I mean, you can't hand it to him better. He's out there just absolute spinning it. Really fun to watch. I mean, just a fun offense in general to watch, but he's so dynamic and accurate. Like that, just an absolute dart. From the backside here, just see it, looking at his footwork, vision, base, all his cleats in the ground. Boom. Again, he doesn't, it's all about that rotational force. Boom. Quick twitch, but that accuracy is next level. So, Kyler Murray, that is a wrap. Lots to love. Really, the vast, vast majority of it. He's a lot of fun to watch, man. He is electric. He really, every time I watch him, he seems to impress me more and more with his just ability to be precise with his accuracy. The combination of athleticism, mobility, vision, and accuracy and that system, what they're kind of evolving into offensively. Lots of fun to watch. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.